Hey there, welcome to the Operation RSF YouTube channel. So, last week, what we did, we sent out an all call on our social media. We said, what questions do all of you have? And then once we got those questions back, we consolidated them, we organized them, and we ended up coming out with three categories. So, we're going to do a three-episode series here on all the questions and doing quick answers. Some of these questions we're going to do full episode deep dives later on, but right now we're just going to focus on the basic responses to help you guys understand who Operation RSF is, what we do, what the science is behind what we do, and the challenges and programs that we offer. So, we're going to start off with the organization. We have 9 questions, and let's kick this off. Question number one: do I have to be a veteran to use your services? So this was the most common question, actually. Surprisingly, I thought there'd be something else, but this question is something that we get weekly, sometimes multiple times a week. Every time we do a interview, anytime we hop on a podcast, anytime I have a conversation with someone, it always comes up if we are a veteran only organization. Although we were founded by veterans and we originally started by helping other veterans, we broaden the scope and we ultimately want to help anyone who's been impacted by trauma. Whether you were impacted by a single traumatic event or a period of trauma during your life and it's impacting you today, we want to help you. How does my gym become a partner? Great question. So head to operationrsf.org. There's a partnering page. It gives all the expectations, all the requirements, and then also has a form that they can fill out online. After they fill that form out, we're going to do a quick check, make sure everyone is who they say they are. And then after we do that check, we're going to set up a phone interview. The phone interview is very informal. It's an opportunity to make sure that they get all their questions answered and everything is understood before we continue forward. After the phone interview is good, everyone gets a thumbs up, everyone's happy. Then we do the big announcement: hey, we have a new partner. We put them on the map so people can find them, and we start the mentoring process of helping them basically become better at understanding the benefits of physical activity for mental health. If they're a coach, they already understand the benefits of physical activity overall. So we work on mentoring them and understanding how they apply to mental health. And then we also mentor them on building that support structure within their community. Is there a benefit to partnering? Can't I offer the same services myself? Yes, you could. So you should be reaching out to your community. And the benefit of partnering with Operation RSF is that mentoring aspect. So Operation RSF is staffed with people who are passionate about our mission. We read of quite a bit of research relating to the impact of trauma on mental health, the impact of physical activity on mental health, how different methods of physical activity influence mental health. Everything from diagnoses of mental health disorders to include PTSD, anxiety or general anxiety disorder, major depressive disorder, substance use disorder. And then we also look at the neuroscience behind it. What are the physiological changes going on in the brain? So, for example, people who have been impacted by trauma to the point where they're diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder tend to have a lower volume of the hippocampus. Now, what's important about that? Tune into episode number 2 and we'll dig into that. But the benefit of partnering is that mentoring aspect. We're also helping them to build that support structure that I previously mentioned and basically answer questions that they might not have thought about. So beyond that, beyond mentoring, beyond helping to build out their outreach to the community, we also do the legwork for you. So if you want to do a community outreach to a certain people group, whether it's a demographic, whether it's just a community. So you want to reach the veteran community, you want to reach late adulthood community, you want to reach adolescent community, whatever you want to do, we'll do the legwork for you. And then we'll also put together the promotional items that you want to use. If you tell us that you want flyers, and we'll put together flyers, and then we'll ship them out to you after you approve them. They'll have your logo on it and Operation RSF's logo on it. You can hand them out. If you want brochures for your gym that cover certain focus points, and then you have the research on there. we'll create those and then send them to you, and you can just put them in your gym. So whatever you need, we'll do the legwork. We know that you're busy. We know you're already doing outreach to your community. Let us help support you. As a partner, do I have to give out free memberships? So some of the partnering gyms we work with do give out free memberships for people who are going through the 4 week and the 10 week challenge. And some gyms are not giving out free memberships. That's ultimately up to you. There are no requirements through partnering with Operation RSF for you to give out a free membership. There are no partnering locations near me. Now what? Number one, if you're already going to the gym, you can reach out to your gym. You can say, hey, I learned about Operation RSF. I learned about their mission, helping people who have been impacted by trauma to become physically active, to take control of their symptoms, and then they can work through the underlying themes. Quick pitch like that, and then say, and we can help. Send them to Operation RSF. They send them to the partnering page. They can learn about the benefits of partnering. You can send them these YouTube videos. You can tag them on social media. Whatever you want to do, just share the mission of Operation RSF with them, try to build their interest, and then pitch it to them to come become a partner. Now, if you don't have a gym in your area that you're tied into, or you're not sure who to reach out to for that, there's a couple of different opportunities. If you're looking for an accountability partner, you can reach out to us directly through our website or through our social media, and we'll use our contacts across the country to try and find a accountability partner for you. So what that looks like, we'll either call people directly. If we don't know anyone in the area, we'll put an all call out. We'll reach out to gyms, reach out to coaches. And then once we find someone, we're going to interview them. We're going to take some time to mentor them quickly about the mission of Operation RSF and our approach, and then do an introduction between both of you. Once that introduction is made, we're going to continue to mentor that accountability partner while you're going through the 4 week challenge to make sure they're giving you everything that you need. Is your program confidential? So we do not collect any personally identifiable information. If you go onto our program page, you can download the full Operation RSF 4 week challenge and 10 week challenge packets. And there's not anything that you need to fill out. Now there is an optional survey that you can fill out both before and after. That just helps us show how physical activity has impacted, because the majority of research out there covers very different modalities. I'll get into that in episode 2. And then this just allows us to collect a little more information. It also allows us to modify the program to offer better support. If you have an idea, then we want to hear about it. But the best way to do that is to do before and after. You're not giving any personally identifiable information. We also went so far as to block the IP address of anyone taking that survey, so that we don't know even where you're located. You just choose either a username or a number or anything that you can use to identify your before with your after. Fill it out when you start, fill it out when you finish, and help us to make the program better for the next people. What makes Operation RSF different? So this is a pretty good question, and I really enjoy talking about it because a lot of people see Operation RSF. They know that we're using physical activity for mental health, and they say, well, you have things like Team Red, White, and Blue. You have Spartan Race, Tough Mudder. You have pretty much anything. Any type of physical activity you're interested in, there's probably a race, there's probably an event out there. So what makes Operation RSF different is that we focus on that period from the sedentary state until the habit formation. So while a lot of these organizations are incredible, amazing, they're doing incredible things. I can't say enough about everything they're doing with outreach, with support. The one thing they're not doing is they're not offering the motivation and encouragement to get you from that sedentary state into the physical activity habit. Where Operation RSF comes in, we fill in that gap. We bring in accountability to make sure you continue all the way through your commitment. We bring in motivation and encouragement that through that relationship with the accountability, we understand what each individual needs so that we can basically refine it define the motivational needs, what works, what doesn't work, to keep you going. And that's something that you can carry over. And then we help you continue your physical activity with the 4 week challenge long enough that you see a prolonged benefit of physical activity on mental health, meaning that when you stop after one day for your day off, you're not having that backsliding. You're not going back into dealing with the triggers of PTSD or depression or anxiety. But by the time you finish the 4 week challenge, you have some longevity. So if you take a day or two off, you're not going back to status quo. Now, when you go from a 4 week challenge into a 10 week challenge, the main point there is for you to not just increase the volume slightly for your physical health, not just accomplish that major challenge at the end to help you with that feeling of success and accomplishment, but it's also to get you over that hurdle of developing the habit. When you internalize your physical activity efforts and it becomes part of who you are and becomes a daily habit. So that's why we do that. Our goal, from the sedentary state to the habit, we call it from couch to habit. That's our phrase that we like to use for it. We'll get into that a little bit later. That's going to be a whole episode in and of itself. So those were the 9 questions about the organization. If you have any more questions you want to know about Operation RSF, who we are, what we do, please leave them in the comments below. Also, please hit that subscribe button, turn that bell on so you know when new episodes are coming out. Please like and share this so other people can find it. Our mission, our passion is to help as many people as possible, and that's it. We truly, from the bottom of our hearts, hope that one day Operation RSF is not needed, because knowledge of the benefits of physical activity for mental health are so broadly known, and the prescription model is so broadly implemented that anyone can seek help who needs it or who wants it. So help us get to that end goal and state by sharing this knowledge. So leave any comments below. Head to operationrsf.org if you're looking for any more additional information, or if you have any questions and want to reach out to us. So have a great day.